Who will be next on the spot? The DJ spot. Your guess is as good as mine. Join Dr. E every Wednesday evening at 10 Eastern for the DJ spot. A closer look at your natural vibes DJs, their favorite this and that, what makes them tick, along with other things you never knew about them. That's the DJ spot every Wednesday evening at 10 Eastern with Dr. E during A Moment in Time on naturalvibes.com. Making your moments special. The DJ spot. Don't miss it.
Good evening, everyone. This is the DJ Spot. I am Dr. E, and tonight we have a very special guest. We have Carlyle in the house. Let's welcome Carlyle. Good evening, Carlyle. How are you tonight?
Good evening, Dr. E. I'm doing fine, thanks. Thanks for asking.
Carlyle, tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm calling you Carlyle, but is that your correct name? What is that, Genesis?
Oh, yes, that's my birth name. Yes, Carlyle. And the M is for Mills.
Oh,
that's
Carlyle
how you
Mills.
get the Carlyle M.
So what is the 1970 that I see at the end of your tagline?
That's the year I migrated to the United States.
I thought that's the year you were born.
No, long before that.
I thought I was older than
No,
you.
long before that.
Okay.
I'm one that I can say I've seen four hurricanes.
Four hurricanes. Which
Right? Most Jamaicans only seen one. I've seen four.
I've seen Gilbert and what else? I think Gilbert is the only one that I've really seen and experienced as a storm. Anyway, where in Jamaica were you born?
Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh, so you're a Kingstonian.
Yeah.
Where in
Born
Kingston?
and raised in Kingston, Jamaica. Although I went to the country a lot and I love the country. So I'm not going to say, I'm not one of those Kingstonians who act like, the country is way out there. I used to love to go to the country.
Of course, you have got to run like a country boy. Nothing like country life. People don't realize country life is awesome.
Oh, yes. But born in Kingston, Jamaica, lived in Almontown, and then moved from Almontown to Lyndhurst Road and Ivy Road, which is just around the corner from Brentford Road, which is known as Music Street.
Wow. So you're in the music business a long time, huh?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't really. I like the music, and I used to jukebox.
Oh,
play the jukebox, and then so that was about it for me. I didn't have no sound system and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
No.
You weren't like those other guys, the DJ Thaddy B and those guys, eh?
No. Actually, I had some records in Jamaica, yes, but I wasn't a collector like most of those guys. When I migrated to New York, is when I really started to collect new records.
Well, that is interesting. Last week, Norman told us that he has one record that's worth over $800. Do you have any?
Yeah. I heard that, but listen, if I ever go out and buy a record for $800, man, I think my wife would divorce me. But anyway,
well,
you know what happened? Let me tell you. There's a lot of records that worth a lot of money, and it's not that some people didn't pay $800 or $1,000 or $1,500 or even maybe $100. But the thing is, it developed value. It developed value over the years. That's where it came in, especially if it becomes rare.
Oh
You know,
my.
there's some records that, I mean, real nice records that is worth very little.
Okay.
Yet, but because it's there's a lot of it out there, you can get it anyway, you know. So I guess that is why the price of some of these records shot up like this. Because that record that Norman have, you check it, maybe not many people have that record.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Anyway,
Yes, yes.
back to you. You said you're a town man, Kingstonian, who loved the
Yes,
country. And
Yes, yes,
which
yes.
part of the country did you love to go?
Port Antonio,
Okay, so you love the beach
right?
over there,
And
right?
also up in St. Andrews Mountain, a place called Cavaliers. Up in
Interesting.
St. Andrew where my auntie lived. So we used to go there a lot and I loved it. The river and,
So did
you can just eat all the food you want all day.
did you ever get a chance to go to the Blue Mountain?
Yes, I have been to Blue Mountain when I was in a Boy Scout.
Okay.
Right.
okay.
We actually hiked to the Blue Mountain.
Oh, so you're a Boy
Yes.
Scout, eh? Were you
Oh,
an
yes,
Eagle
yes.
Scout
I was
or-
a Boy Scout, yes.
So did you play in the band or you just...
No band or anything. No. The only thing I can play is a radio. No band.
So you were born in Kingston and grew up in Jamaica. So, and you did
Yes,
say
yes.
you came
I left
US
Jamaica.
Jamaica 1970, you said?
Yes.
What caused you to leave?
Well, first of all, my girlfriend at the time migrated to New York,
Oh my.
and she would come down to visit. And when she was leaving the last time that was in '69, she was leaving after coming down to spend Christmas, and she said to me, "Why don't you come on to the States?" And I said, "You know what happened? I'm coming."
Your
Well, I never
girlfriend.
left thinking that I would be here up to now. I thought it would have been just for a while. But the United States grow on you, and then things change. Made a family and all that kind of stuff. So
Your girlfriend is to be blamed for you coming up.
you're right.
So is that
Yes.
girlfriend your current wife now?
My current wife, yes, for 52 years. Come October. I'm sorry, November 25th.
Oh,
52
52
years.
years. My
Yes.
goodness, that is awesome. Congratulations on that. And when you say November is 52 years?
Yes, sir. 52 years in November.
So this month.
That's right. November 25th. Yes.
Oh, I hope you have something very special to give to her, right?
Oh, you know what happened? We've been together so long, right? That gifts doesn't mean much to us anymore. We just
No,
want
no,
to
no,
share
no.
our life.
No. Don't
Happy,
don't take it for granted, man.
The most we might do is take a trip.
Take a trip. Do something
Yeah.
special. Do something
Yeah,
very
might
special.
take a trip. But my wife is not fussy. Let me tell you that. There's one thing I can say.
Uh-huh.
She's not fussy about things.
Well,
She's
that's
one of them
fantastic.
ladies got everything. So
Oh my! So you've been married 52 years. When did you get married then? In when? 1970, 72, 73?
72.
Oh, you got married 72. Okay.
72. Yes, in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. 3 years after you came up, you got married, eh? That's
Yes.
fantastic. Wow. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Congratulations. Did you have any children from that marriage?
Oh, sure. We had 3.
Oh, 3
And
children.
unfortunately, we lost 2.
Oh my, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear
Yes, we
that.
lost 2 as grown kids too. Not little babies. They were grown kids. I lost one not too long ago. I lost one while I was living in Atlanta.
Oh my, I'm sorry to hear that. So how do you cope with that loss? How do you deal with that?
Time heals wounds. It was a very, especially the first one in '97, right, was taken from us by murder.
Oh my!
And
Sorry to hear
it
that.
was really, really, really hard, because especially for me, we were very close, but like I said, time heals wounds, and as you go along, and I tell you what, and to know that there's a God,
Yes.
right, that
Yes.
comforts,
Yes.
right?
I would love to have a conversation with you on a program that I hope to do sometime in the future, dealing with loss, to encourage people who have had loss in their life to see how we can encourage them to survive, because a lot of people have gone through what you have gone through, and I'm so sorry that you have had that experience, but glad to know that you have survived it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I
And
won't
I'd be
spend
happy
much.
to do that show with you. I'd be happy to do it.
Yes, I don't want to spend too much pain deal with that right now, because it's a painful experience. Just talking to you, I can see that in your space, in your face, that it's a painful experience. You know,
Yes,
but
it was. Or
but
still is, I tell you. You never really get over it, but it gets better with time.
let's go back to your childhood a little bit. You said you grew up in Almontown. Which school did you go
Well,
to?
I spent some of my time was spent in Almontown, but most of my time was spent in the Crossroad area, Lyndhurst Road, Brentford Road, Ivy Road area, Lincoln Road. A matter of fact, who could tell you, they know me from Lincoln Road days, from that area, Sanatone.
Oh, Sanatone knows you so.
He was a little boy then. He and my brother grew up together.
Oh, cool. So Milton
Yes.
could give us some information.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, that's the area that I grew up in. You ask about school.
Yes,
Well,
which school did you
first
go
I
to?
went to Alpha Elementary School.
Oh, so you went to the same school that Norman went to.
Oh, yes, and I tell you what, my brother while I was in elementary, my brother was in the Alpha Senior School, and then my sister was in Alpha Academy. So we were all right there together.
Oh my.
My dream was to go to Kingston College, but unfortunately, just as I was about to take the entrance examination, I had a ruptured appendicitis.
Oh my.
And within a few months of that, I had an abscess right next to where they removed the appendicitis. And in those days, you have a ruptured appendicitis, you spend weeks in the hospital.
Oh my.
And you go close to death, And so I went to Gem Preparatory School, and from there to Windsor High School. Windsor is no longer there. It was burnt. It caught fire, and I'm not sure the time, but I'll tell you where it was. It was right next to Sabina Park.
Oh my, that's right next to KC.
Right across from Alpha. Yes.
So you're accustomed to taking the GOS bus, eh?
Yes. Yes, either that or walking through race course.
Yes.
Taking a shortcut to Almontown through race course.
That's
to go home, yes.
So when you came to the US, what did you do?
Well, okay, let me tell you. As a teenager, I learned the jewelry trade. My godfather owned a jewelry store, and I actually traded under him. And as a teenager, I was pretty good at it. That's not what I really wanted to do in the beginning, but then just watching them, going to the workshop and watching them from age like 12, watching them working, it kind of interested me.
Oh,
and then one day he asked me if I wanted to learn the trade. I said, yes, I want it. And that is where I became a jeweler.
Wow.
And yes, and left Jamaica and picked it up in New York.
Oh
Worked in the
my.
Diamond District
Mm.
until I left New York in 1985 and migrated to Georgia and continued it, working for a couple of companies before opening my own business.
Oh my. So you
Yes,
did your own jewelry business then?
yes, in Georgia, yes.
That is fantastic. Do you still have that business going?
No, 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 no. I'm retired. Long time retired. You know, I I used to kind of finger with it a little after my retirement, but now I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay. Do you miss it?
Sometimes, but you know what happened? Let me tell you, I developed a problem with my neck from having my head bent like that all the time,
Hmm.
and I had to have spine surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, uh, and so they had to put titanium plate and some
My.
screws in my neck. So because of that, it kind of limits me because when I hold my neck down too long, my head down too long, then it hurts.
Okay.
So
So you're part
I,
metal, so you're part Iron Man then.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that must have been an interesting career. You mean you did that for over 50 years then?
Yeah, it was very, very interesting. I met a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
I did work with a lot of prominent people, very prominent people, especially when I was in New York.
Mm.
The company that I work for, I do a lot of work for a lot of their clients.
We can talk all night. You're such an interesting fellow. Let's see a song that you have that you want us to listen to. You can introduce that song to us.
Well, I'm going to play this record, Just One Look, and I'll tell you why quickly. This is a time when my wife and myself were dating in Jamaica. This was upper teenage days, and it was one of the best times in Jamaica. You know, in the 60s, early 70s in Jamaica was just a different time. Believe me, the young people acted different. Everything about Jamaica was different then. And I can remember going to um, Victoria Pier and hearing this record for the first time, and I never forgot it. But that was one of the records from my time. So let's just listen to it.
Yes, please. Great. So it took one look for you to fall in love with your wife?
That's it.
Does she know that?
Yes.
That's such a fantastic love story, though, because not very often you find that guys have had this teenage love that has lasted 52 years. How did you make that happen?
It wasn't easy. Let me tell you. There's a old Jamaican saying, there's a lot of slip between the tongue and the lip, right? Or the cup and the lip, right? But so we had our little fights, here and there, as everybody do. But I tell you what, I realized the person that I had,
Yes.
right? And I had no interest in losing her.
Wow.
So I did everything that I could. And I think she did everything she could do to keep me as we went along. So, they say marriage is a 50-50. I think you got to give more than 50-50.
I think it's
know.
100-100. It's 100-100, not 50-50.
That's right.
If
That's
you
what
think 50, you expect the person to give the other 50. But if you think 100, then you're getting somewhere. It's
That's
100%
right.
from you,
That's
100% from her. I agree with that 100%.
That's right.
So what's her name?
Olivia?
Okay, Olivia
Yeah,
Mills.
Olivia.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
you might see some, they might reach out to her, Miss Zoe or Olivia, whatever, on the Natural Vibes.
Okay, so just big up Miss O on Natural Vibes. That is fantastic. Congratulations. man.
Yes.
All right, let's take a little different slant. You have been with Natural Vibes for some time. What got you involved in Natural Vibes?
Okay, let me just take you back a little bit. I never was one who played on, like I said, a sound system, or I played as a DJ or anything. Just house parties, and what, But anyway, I remember going to this party that I was invited to. There was a birthday party the day before, the Saturday, and then the Sunday they had a get together at the house. And I went to this get together and that's when I met Taddy B. It was his house that I went. And Val Anthony was there. And anyway, I met all of those guys, from that group. Anyway, Val invited me to come to his house he was on another network.
Wow.
Right? And he invited me to come up and sit in. So anyway, I went, and then I invited him to my home. I think we had a little get together, and then I was playing some music, and he came over and said, "Man, you got the goods. Boy, you need to come and play on my show."
Wow.
Right? So he kind of pushed me a little until I decided to do it. And of course, Taddy B was pushing me also, right? So I went and I played, and I think I played a few times for him. He would play on a Sunday night from 9 to midnight on that station. Anyway, and then I started. Charlie K asked me to come and play for him. So I would go on a Friday night and play on his show a couple of times. And then Errol started Natural Vibes. Right? And I've known Errol before Natural Vibes. Right? So then he told me about Natural Vibes, and I went in and listened. It wasn't a lot of people. It was just him and his son, Chard. And then a couple of people came in, Milton Sanatone, and I think that he might have come in before me, Val Anthony and Mighty Kingsley, and then I joined in, right? Because he kept asking me, and so I decided I would join him. So I played there for a good while, and then I had stopped playing, not only on his show, but I wasn't playing music that much. But last year, I came up to the Weekend Affair, right? And
Weekend Encounter.
And then Errol came up to me and said, trying to talk like Errol. So when you go come back and play, sir? So him say, "I want to come back." I say, "All right, I'll soon come." Yeah. And I'm going to go up, I'm going to bother you. So I say, "Okay." So we talked a few times, and then that's how I got back on Natural Vibes. I started last year, Mikey Naismith at this December Sagittarian weekend. And I'm Sagittarian.
Oh.
I actually played the day before my birthday. And that was the first after coming back. Nobody knew it was actually my birthday because I never said it. Right?
Oh my.
But it was the day before my birthday.
What date is that?
The 2nd of December.
2nd of December. So you're the 25th of November for your wedding. and the 2nd of December for your birthday. That's not fair. You just get one present.
I don't like that. On Christmas, growing up as a kid, they tell me, listen, Christmas is so near. We just get everything. I get the same thing like my brothers, right?
So it's not special, eh?
The only person I know I could depend on was my godfather. He gonna give me anyway.
Okay.
The one that taught me the jewelry trade.
You said that you had stopped playing music for a while. What was the reason for you stop playing? Anything special you want to share with that?
No, it wasn't anything special, but I would play it, let me tell you, periodically.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, let me listen to some music. I go in and take up a few records and then I play for a couple of hours. And then I not play for another couple of months, So that's what, and then after migrating down here after the COVID, I was one of them unfortunate ones I shouldn't say unfortunate. I should say fortunate because I survived it. But I was one of the early COVID people.
Wow.
Right? It was very sick, But thank God he took me through that. He's always there taking me through everything, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can imagine. You said that you mentioned earlier that God has been the center of your existence. How did that come about?
Well, let me tell you, I grew with my mom and my grandmother. And my grandmother is a very, very religious person. She's going to take you to, I don't care where you're going or what you're going to do. You have to pray before you go. I'm going to just tell you this little part here quickly. I went to Jamaica to get my visa. And I was late leaving the house because I should be there at 8 o'clock. This is about 8:30. And my appointment was 8 o'clock. Right? This is 1975. Right? And I'm telling my grandmother, I can't stay. I gotta go. My brother's outside in the car waiting. I said, I gotta go. She said, no, you're going to kneel down here before you go.
Wow.
She said, I don't care how late you are. You're going to kneel down and pray before you go.
Wow. Right? What a strong lesson.
When my grandmother said, you're going to do a thing, I gotta do it. Right? Anyway. And I reached there, I was late, and they told me, you're going to have to wait till send you out another date, it's like a couple of months. I said, what? I got to go back to the state to go back to work next week. Well, did you know that God works it out for me? That This young lady that works there was just passing by. I don't know her, never seen her before. I just asked her. I said, Miss, can you help me? And she walked by me. But then she turned back and looked at me, and then she came and said, what can I do for you? And I tell her the position I was in, and she says, okay, hold on. Did you know she worked it out for me?
Wow.
I was about 2 hours late for my appointment, but she worked it out for me. I know God put her in my place.
Yes.
God put her in my place. Right then. God already worked it out before I got there.
That is a great lesson to learn. No matter how much hurry you're in, put God first. Yes. Not a lot of us do that. We are late. God have to wait until tomorrow.
Yes.
Wow. That is really great lesson. Let's play one last song from you, and let's see what this is. Can you introduce this one?
Yeah. The last one I played was Just One Look, right? Doris Troy, and this one will be by
Very interesting. Who's the artist here? Who's the artist who sang the song?
Yeah. This was Mary Wells.
Mary Wells. Okay. I noticed that you take such extreme care of your records. I see them being replaced in each case after they've been played. Is that a practice that you have been doing?
Well, I tell you, most collectors going to take care of the records, right? There, a lot of them they're kind of hard to come by these days, so they're going to take care of it. Well, it means a lot to them.
Good.
You ever seen look at Norma in stereo? As he finishes, see, go like this, and he's, Dr. Don.
Yes.
Right? I tell you who I learned that from, though. Dennis Bailey.
Bailey.
Yes, Dennis Bailey. They call him Shank.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, having been in this business for quite a while, what would be a recommendation you have for these new people coming on board now?
Well, the thing is that most of these young people like coming on now, they're playing from laptop or, MP3 or whatever. Most of us older collectors, we're going by vinyl. So it's very little I can tell them. Be honest with you, because they love the music in a different way. Vinyl collectors, a person like Teddy B or, Errol himself, they just love the vinyl, just love the feel. There's a reggae song about the feel of the vinyl. The feel of the 45. You understand? So it's just that feel, and it's just a different thing. I don't know, and I don't knock the ones that play with the MP3. No. Right? People move on. Life moves on. Right?
I agree.
Maybe because vinyl collector, we are stuck in our time, but so I don't knock them, and when they play, I enjoy. I don't care what they play.
Good.
Right?
Good,
while they play music, and it's the type of music that I would appreciate. You understand? And most of the young people I play on, especially on the natural vibes, is music that everybody appreciates. Really. You understand? So it's little that I can tell them. They can teach me more. I'm telling you, because when it comes to the computer and you're getting them doing this and that, they know it all. So,
well, I'm certain that you have a wealth of knowledge and you could be a good resource for people when they need help. It's amazing that we have been talking for quite a while. We have to call it and go away, but I want you to play one more song because I just love the way you do your songs, so could you play one more song for us before we say goodbye?
Yes, I'm gonna play Julia on My Mind. I don't know, all of these is from my upper teenage days, the days that my wife and myself, which was my girlfriend, we'd go partying, cool. So here goes.
Well. Carlyle, it has indeed been a pleasure to talk with you tonight.
Dr. E, it was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on. And the patient, let me tell you, you have a lot of patience to get this thing started. Anyway, thank you so much. All right? And I look forward to talking with you again soon.
Same here, brother, and bless you. Actually, you did mention that you started your own business. In a couple weeks, I'll be having a special guest in our community chat to talk about how to get a business started. And that should be fun. All right, looking forward to having your comments that day.
Okay. It sounds like fun to me too.
Okay, guys, you have been listening to a moment in time with our special guest on the DJ spot, Carlyle. Again, Carlyle, thank you for being here with me, and bless you, my brother, as we say goodbye to you.